Hello everyone, welcome to the video of today. This is Beyond the Truth. Today we are going to be talking about Richat Structure, the Eye of the Sahara. The ever-shifting sands of the Sahara Desert cover a large section of Mauritania. They all but obscure the remarkable Gulf Richat, or Richat Structure. Although its heart remains clear, like a bullseye in the middle of this envisaged image, for millennia, the Eye of the Sahara was hiding in plain sight. That's because this huge and mysterious geologic formation is hard to spot from ground level, walking around on Earth. It turns out that we really discovered this incredible bullseye in the sand only when we began sending humans into space. But even now that we found it, scientists don't fully understand it. The Eye of the Sahara, more formally known as the Richat Structure, is in the western Sahara Desert in Mauritania on the ground. It is about 25 miles across. When the Gemini 4th mission, a 4-day orbit around Earth, was being prepared in 1965, the astronauts were asked to take photos of Earth's terrain. They were particularly asked to look out for any large circular features which might be the roots of impact structures. According to the text accompanying a set of photographs published from the mission, impact craters are geologically important because they tell us about the history of Earth. Also known how many space rocks have crashed into our planet can help scientists make predictions about the future. And for a while, scientists did think that the Eye of the Sahara was an impact crater, but they didn't find enough melted rock to make that guess hold water. Current theories suggest a more complicated story behind this incredible natural formation. The main ring structure of the eye is the eroded remains of what was once a dome of layers of Earth's crust. The current theory on how it formed. Scientists still have questions about the Eye of the Sahara, but two Canadian geologists have a working theory about its origins. They think that the eye's formation began more than 100 million years ago as the supercontinent Pangaea was ripped apart by plate tectonics, and where now Africa and South America were being torn away from each other. Molten rock pushed up toward the surface but didn't make it all the way, creating a dome of rock layers, like a very large pimple. This also created fault lines circling and crossing the eye. The molten rock also dissolved limestone near the center of the eye, which collapsed to form a special type of rock called breccia. A little after 100 million years ago, the eye erupted violently. That collapsed the bubble partway, and erosion did the rest of the work to create the Eye of the Sahara that we know today. The rings are made of different types of rock that erode at different speeds. The paler circle near the center of the eye is volcanic rock created during an explosion. Modern astronauts are fond of the eye because so much of the Sahara Desert is an unbroken sea of sand. The eye is one of the few breaks in the monotony, and now it's become a key landmark for them. Some people believe that the Eye of the Sahara is actually the remains of the city of Atlantis, which Plato described as concentric rings of water and land. But if you ask us, the geological history this formation reveals is way more interesting. Once thought to be the result of a meteor impact, today researchers believe that the Richat structure was caused by a process of geological uplift followed by erosion from wind and water. The onion-like formation is formed by concentric bands of resistant quartzite rocks form ridges, and between with valleys of less resistant rock between them. The dark area forms a plateau of sedimentary rock standing some 200 meters above the surrounding desert sands, with the peak of the outer rim of the structure some 485 meters above sea level. The dunes around the Richat structure are part of the Quorn Erg Odain, an immense body of sand stretching hundreds of kilometers to Mali. Within still stand some ancient Xurs. A Xur is a medieval settlement made up of towers, houses, and surrounding walls, placed along trade centers of caravanning routes across the Sahara. The Qusurs found in its vicinity were inscribed on the UNESCO World Heritage List in 1996. Thank you for listening, guys. Tell us what you think, and we'll see you next time. Adios.